everyone, Carol here with another fantastic video for you today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by tapping the subscribe button below. Excuse me, tonight we're going to be making a fall maple leaf. This maple leaf is 18 by 20 inches, and this is a twig. This is what you call a twig form, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be adding some greenery, and we're going to put a bow on it. This looks like a lot and it's going to cover it up, but I guarantee you it's not. Like I said, this is 18 by 20. It has, hi Rita, it has a jute rope to hang it from, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave the shape of the leaf tonight. And we're just going to embellish the bottom of it. So if y'all are just jumping on, my name's Carol, and from Twig Wreath Creations. So what I'm going to do is I've got this big bouquet of flowers. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's cut these down. So I'm just going to take them one by one and just go ahead and cut them off. Don't know if we'll use everything that's on them, and we'll probably cut them even shorter. This is real simple. This is a DIY, if you're not a crafter, that you can make to have your own fall, autumn designs. Okay, so I've got these cut a piece, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them. So I'm going to separate them by what they are. So let's see how many we've got of each one. I don't want to overload this. I love those maple leaves, don't you? Funny how we're doing a maple leaf twig. And we've got 2 of these. We've got another one of those. There's one of that. There's actually 3. We've got 2 berries. And then we've got another sunflower. And just some little stuff. And I don't think I'm going to use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, because I want it to sort of be symmetrical. And I haven't got them turned right yet. This is a larger sunflower, so let's lay it to the side. They look all about the same. So let's come up here with the sunflower. Maybe we'll put one right there too. I think the maple leaves are with this balls here is going to go right in the center. Since we've got 3 of these, all we're going to work with is 2. Okay? Then we're going to be trimming these down some more. And we've got 3 of these. We're only going to use 2. We're going to make it symmetrical on each side. And I may go ahead and we'll use 2 more of the sunflowers. Okay? So let's put this other that we're not using, I'll save it for something else. So now that we've got our sides pretty much built of what we want to do, what we're going to figure out is how we're going to actually lay this. Everything is bendable. Make sure your leaves are turned the right direction. Okay? Just manipulate them however you want. And let's see. I want to sort of have the outline of the maple leaf. I don't want to lose the outline of the maple leaf. Okay. So let's start with that one. Let's get this one over here. So if we put one on each side, sort of centered, we can actually go ahead and trim a lot of this off. So let's just go ahead and cut some of this down. Okay. And we're just going to build a bundle. I'm going to go ahead and trim some of this sunflower down. And once we get all of this, we're going to bend it up because we want it to be full. We don't want it to lay flat. But while we're getting it together, and I want to keep, let's see, let's do this one. Let's cut it down some. Then I'm going to push this maple leaves on up. And so this has a maple leaf and this one does. So I sort of want this one to be at the bottom. I don't really like having more leaves on it. We've got enough. I'm going to put this one here at the top. And I just cut it down. So we're just building our bundle. Going to take the leaves off of this one too. So this way we have 2 sunflowers, making our little 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. So let's come in with this other flower, and I do not know what this one would be called. But I am going to use the leaf. It's a variegated color on the leaf. And I like that. And I'm wanting to do that one so that it sets sort of in the middle. A little bit more. I like these. These are adorable. Cut some more off of it. We're going to put it sort of in the middle too. And cut some off of this one. Now that we've got everything, we know where we want it. I'm just going to take this in the center, just like we had it. Okay? Because we're going to put a bow right here. And I know it looks really congested, but it's not when we get through. I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to zip tie this end here. These are 8-inch zip ties. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. This is an awesome way if you're doing a grapevine too. Then I'm going to take another zip tie and I'm going to go in for this other side. Then we're just going to cut our ties off. Like I said, this is going to be a real simple, and right where our stem is. Okay, so remember we had this one. That one's sticking my sunflower. Let's cut it off. Let's bring this sunflower up and give it some life. Okay, we had a sunflower down here that we're going to give some life to. This other flower, bringing it up, sort of moving our leaves around. We've got another long stem that needed to go. And if you find you need to use another zip tie, by all means, whatever you're comfortable with, and putting them up and in there. And now see how these berries sort of stick here at the end? That's what we were looking for. So I'm actually, this one doesn't want to behave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another zip tie. I would use a smaller one if I had a smaller one out, but I don't. Going up further into the foliage, and the zip tie will be hidden. There we go. And now, see how it secured that? And then we can bring our other ones back on up here and bend them to where we want them. Okay? Same way on this side. We want this maple with the maple leaves and all. We want one coming down to the bottom, bringing on around. This is an easy design to do. You can use any kind of greenery or florals that you would like, ribbons, whatever you like. And it will stay right here in the center so far. This is what we've got. Okay? Bring it down just a little. Now we're going to make us a bow to go right there, and then we'll bring some of this in to the loops of the bow and get it exactly where we want it when we tie it on. So let's go ahead and attach this to the stem. I'm going to come up a little bit. And this has this big stem right here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to come up in two different places and attach it in two different places around that to catch the stems of the flowers. Right here. It takes minimal greenery or foliage, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I've got my zip ties. One stayed up. So now I'm just going to put this in the center, up high, where this bar is. And I'm going to zip tie it on. Now I'm going to get the other one, come right up through there, and zip tie it too. I'm conscious of when I tighten them, they're tightened down really nice. And like I said, we'll be moving the greenery and stuff around. I bent it all back out. And that's sort of what it looks like before we go ahead and make a fabulous bow for the center. Okay? Like I said, this is a real simple, real fast project, as you can see. Okay, so bow time, guys. I thought, and I found this ribbon, and I truly love this ribbon. And it's gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous. And I'm going to pair it with just a simple yellow and of all things, a burgundy. Okay? A burgundy. These maple leaves remind me of burgundy. The sunflowers has berries on it that are burgundy. They're really deep, deep. Okay? So let's put this together. I use an Easy Bow, Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off with my yellow 1.5 inch ribbon. And let's go ahead and just dovetail this. Okay, I folded it in the center, and I'm going to make an 8-inch tail. If we need to cut it down, we can. Okay, and I'm going to bring this 8-inch tail up. And you're going to think, well, this is going to be a big looped bow. It's probably going to it's oversized for this project. But you've got to understand that on the flowers here, we're going to be bending them up to where they show better. So if I made small loops, it would sink way down inside this right here. Sort of like this cavity. And I don't want that to happen. So I want those loops to be able to be tall and proud. So I'm going to come out here to the 6.5. Make another one, and I'm just twisting it. I'm going to pull this one this way, this one up here. Then I'm going to make another 6.5. Pull it down. Always get the last one too big. Never fails, guys. Never fails. Okay. Then I'm going to pull this one down, and I'm going to cut it off. We can dovetail it. We may end up cutting some off. We don't know yet. And we're going to set this one to the side. Let's roll it up first. I like to keep my ribbons real neat. Okay, so now let's bring in this gorgeous sunflower. I tell you guys, and it's a really nice ribbon. So we're going to do another pretty long tail. We're going to put it in there, and we're going to twist it. You know what? Let's bring this one down to the bottom this time. Twist it tight. And I'm going to bring this one in to about a 6. Keep your loops fluffed out. And we're going to pull this one up to the top. Cut it off. Isn't that gorgeous ribbon? Put our ribbon up. If you get a chance, check in on some of this ribbon. It's got 10 yards in the row. Okay, now we're going to bring in the burgundy. The burgundy is going to allow everything to pop, guys. Make that just a little longer. We might need it. Just make this one smaller. Not much. I made that one too small. Okay. If anyone's interested, I have a bow group. It's a free group. It's listed at the top of my business page. Just making these a little smaller. You can come over here and measure if you want. And then we're going to run this one up and cut it off. On projects like these, I don't like to use glue. So when you're looking down from it, you can see all of the colors. I'm going to come back in with just a little bit more sunflower. Okay? And let's see. Yeah. We're just going to do a small tail right up here. I'm just going to do one little loop. Yes, you can use a 2-inch for a center loop. Take it down. You just sort of have to get it in there. It's going to be like the center of our little bud. I'm going to cut it off. It looks like a big bow because the loops are really big. But I'll show you how it will intertwine with the rest of our maple leaf. I'm going to get a khaki color, fold it in half, take my 2 fingers, push my ribbon up, okay? Come over here and get underneath it. Make sure I got underneath all of the little loops, okay? And my right around the dowels. We're going to lift up just gently. I'm not holding hardly any pressure on this. Take that, feed it right down the center, go underneath and put some tension on it. Now I'm changing my thumb to the side to the center, pushing down while I'm pulling with my hands, okay? Then I start my twist and I twist the bow. I like to do my tails first. And if you've got a little pucker, get down in there and pull it out. Go to the other side. get these gorgeous tails. One was hiding. It was a hiding, guys. Now we're going to take our loops. Just make sure, put your hands in there. 2.5's a little puckered. So I'm just going to pull it a little bit, guys. Move it where it should go. Like that one get over there and that one right there. Just gonna pull the little pucker out of that center loop. And that's what we've got so far. Okay? Doesn't matter if it's not perfect because it's gonna look gorgeous on here. So I'm gonna take where I had it tied on with the pipe cleaner. I'm going to catty corner it and go through what we tied on. Now you're going to see it start pulling in. See how it's sort of sucked in? And we're going to twist it, tying it on really good. Thank you. Take your foliage. See, we'll cut some of these tails. Didn't know. Better for them to be longer than too short. We can pull this one on up some. And remember, we have a different kind. Let's find that little stinker. Right there it is. Let's pull it. So let's make this part of the bow. And pull that around. See how it's already, but your bow, the loops are coming up and you're able to see them. But your greenery is adding to the bow, going inside it. We'll have to dovetail some of these. Let me get this one. There we go. And I'm going to bring that one tail right over here because I think it needs something on this side. Make sure your leaves are all turned the correct positions. Let's come back under here. Bring this other stuff we've got. Point it to the moon. We've got that laying on one. Then I'm going to pull this one, bend it up, make it part of this gorgeous ribbon. And I've got a loop right here. And I'm just going to take these berries and put that loop of that bow right underneath it. And let's do the same right here. This way it incorporates it. Now we've lost a sunflower down here. Remember, they're wired and they're also zip tied on. There we go. Get that little. Now see how we incorporated that bow right down in there. Now you see a hint of the burgundy, the yellow down here on the ends. So we're just going to dovetail these. I'm going to cut them, make it look really pretty. Cut them all different lengths, guys. Now we've got this long tail, the sunflowers. It's going to be shorter, which is fine. Let's go up here to the top and start trimming our tails up here. You can even have them, the trimmed ones coming out from the top. I'm going to go ahead and cut this yellow just some more. Thank you. Three colors of ribbon, a print, move that one down there. Now let's get this one right here. Two solids and a print ribbon. And you've added a lot to your design. And I'm going to bend that up some more because we can, right? So there we go, guys.